Aristotle's dictum is that we are primarily political beings. This was brought to my recommendation by Lin Yu Tang, who said it in his book, The Importance of Living. We are primarily political beings. We've been told that we are social beings and social media, social this and that. So so people think social is a good word when it has been co-opted, as so many things have, because they know people don't have old dictionaries anymore and they don't learn history the right way properly. And they don't get these books like Quotable Spirit. Like, here's just one, William Blake, he who loves his enemies betrays his friends. This surely is not what Jesus meant. That's a quote from William Blake. I'm going to go real fast. I don't know much about politics. I'm a newbie here. I'm a totally newcomer, but I do know that if politics means how you go about doing things, then hell yeah. I have weeded out my friends and family and acquaintances just based on a couple questions alone. I figured out just a simple question like, how do you feel about drag queens in libraries? And depending on their answer, it's goodbye forever. And I can tell a lot about, you can tell a lot about a person by how they answer just one good question. So the big nothing in The Never-Ending Story is socialism. These movies and fairy tales and stories have been trying to warn us. It's the big nothing, and it's the opposite of something. Look at the commercials now. They're saying nothing is everything. What the hell does that mean? So in socialism, you are a big zero, but you're connected. You're the hive. You're the collective. They made the hive very popular through the yoga and the new world. The new age. Explosion. There's a movie called Gods of the New Age from 1980 that warned of this, and now we're seeing, if we look back, we can see how everybody is now brainwashed, just like Zontar in SCTV. Maybe I'll leave with this quote from someone from the 369 BC, Zhuangzi. Ziji, something sexy of Nanpo, was traveling on the hill of Shang when he saw a large tree which astonished him very much. 1,000 chariot teams of our horses could find shelter under its shade. What tree is this? Cried Sechi. Surely it must be unusually fine timber. Then looking up, he saw that its branches were too crooked for rafters, and looking down, he saw that the trunk's twisting loose grain made it valueless for coffins. He tasted a leaf, but it took the skin off his lips, and its odor was so strong that it would make a man intoxicated for 3 days altogether. Ah, said C, this tree is really good for nothing, and that is how it is attained at this size. A spiritual man might well follow its example of uselessness. Okay, books like this, save them, rescue them. The Quotable Spirit, hundreds and hundreds of quotes of people that have already lived and already suffered, and we cannot ignore their letters to posterity. Speaking of which, there is something called The Letter to Posterity by Dennis Wheatley. The Letter to Posterity. A lot of people ended up losing hope with their current time and ended up just writing a letter to the future. And as Malachi Martin said, what's coming? He said the 70s and 80s were good for you people, but what's coming isn't going to be a milk run. So whether he was on the right side or the wrong side, I don't know. But he warned it's not going to be a milk run. He said that on Art Bell.